so passionate about serving here at HealthSource of Ohio, being a part of the fabric of the communities that we serve, not just my own home county, not just my own city, but more importantly, all the communities that HealthSource represents. I could not be more thankful to be part of amazing civic groups and for to be a great connector to help connect those dots when someone says, oh, I need this or I need that. I want people to think of not only myself, but to think of HealthSource as well.
Hello, and welcome back to HealthSource of Ohio's More Than Medicine podcast. I'm your host, Jen Patrick, HSO's Community Relations Director, and today we'll be sitting down with Chelsea Hornsby, our Senior Development Officer, to discuss the HealthSource Foundation. Chelsea has been in marketing and fundraising for healthcare specifically for the last decade, with the last 3 years spent here at HealthSource focused on philanthropy. Chelsea is passionate about giving back to the community and setting an example of servant leadership for her teenage daughter and her peers. Throughout our conversation, you'll hear that passion evident in the HealthSource Foundation's programs and the special events Chelsea produces. Let's dive in. Hi, Chelsea. Welcome to the HealthSource of Ohio's More Than Medicine podcast. We're really happy to have you today and to talk more about the HealthSource Foundation. So can you tell us a little bit more about the HealthSource Foundation and when and why it was created?
Well, Jen, thank you for having me on this episode of the podcast. I'm so excited to be a part of it, and I would absolutely love the chance to tell you more about it. The HealthSource of Ohio Foundation began in 2013 as the philanthropic arm of the organization. The foundation strategically works with the organization to see where we need to kind of fill in the gaps for our patients. We kind of came up with the tagline a couple years ago of More Than Medicine for our foundation, and that is truly what our foundation does, and that is what we represent. We're truly more than medicine. And the reason why we are is that we address hunger, literacy, transportation, and any social determinant of health that our patients might need and or a need that they do have that we can help address.
That is really incredible. I think addressing social determinants of health is something that all healthcare should be focused on. I'm glad that we have the foundation to do so. Can you talk about some of those programs that address those social determinants of health?
Yes, so the foundation has three main programs. One is our Health and Hope program, and our Health and Hope program is primarily led by our employees. It is led through our employee giving program where our employees contribute a little less than $30,000 a year to give back to our patients to address whatever needs they might have. You know, oftentimes we see a patient, they will have enough funds or enough gas to make it to the doctor's appointment, but unfortunately not enough to get home or to go to the pharmacy. So our employees, through our employee giving program, they step up and assist in helping those patients. Now, it's amazing talking about transportation is that in Mount Washington, we offer vouchers, bus vouchers. And in, let's say, a location like Adams County out in Seaman, you know, we have horse types for the Amish population. So you can imagine the entire gamut that we kind of see for our patients, how we're addressing every transportation need kind of within those, within that issue.
That's really incredible. And I think it just speaks volumes to the type of people that we work with and have on our team. They truly care for others. So beyond Health and Hope, what are some of the other programs that the foundation offers?
Oh, a few years ago, we launched our Hunger is a Health Issue initiative, and it's has taken off like crazy. So what that program is if we have a patient that comes in and they identify as being hungry within the last 30 days, they're asked a series of questions when they first admit or come to the doctor's office. And you know, the question is, in the last 30 days, have you had any issues getting access to food? And without any further question, if that patient identifies as yes, we provide them with a kitchen kit. And a kitchen kit is a bag that'll feed a family of 4. So all the ingredients are in there, even the recipe card, which I know that I need that recipe card, but we are able to address our patients' needs in an emergent situation. We're not a food pantry. We partner with amazing food pantries, but we want to make sure that patient leaves with food right then and there without any questions asked other than do they need it. You know, and dignity is so important to our patients. So they get to go home with a really cute insulated tote bag. And when they leave, it's not like it's a brown paper sack or a Kroger sack. They know what they're going home with to help feed their families.
That's really incredible. And I think really speaks to what you said earlier about filling those gaps. So we're not a food pantry, but we are able to come in, help folks, and then hopefully connect them with resources that will help them along the way. So I think that's incredible.
Yeah, that's a huge piece of it too. So we have care managers or the LPN or the MA or the clinician We'll also provide the patient with a community resource guide to help them get tied up into resources. So it's not kind of just ask the question, not have a solution or resolution. We have the solution and we're able to help the patients that same day, which is, it's amazing. I've obviously gone to the doctor since I was a child and have never had that be asked at a doctor's appointment. So the way that we are addressing social determinants of health and addressing our patients' needs holistically is pretty spectacular.
I completely agree. And then Chelsea, one of the programs that I know you are incredibly passionate about is our literacy program. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Our literacy program, Open a Book to Open a Door, launched in 2019. And in the past, our foundation had a partnership with another literacy organization. And the books really weren't kind of flying off the shelf. I know when I started at HealthSource, what I noticed is that the same books would be in the same spot. And that was telling me that that program really wasn't working. So after actually listening to the news one day and they're talking about childhood literacy and the importance of it, I am a mom, I'm an aunt, and really recognizing the need for literacy, especially within our community health center, we launched Open a Book to Open a Door. And we truly believe that by giving children a book to read can launch a whole new world of possibilities. And it has done just that. So thanks to the help of our community partners, we raised over $10,000 to roll out reading nooks in all of our offices. Obviously, the pandemic has changed that over the last year, but we cannot wait until we're able to get our reading nooks back out there and get books back into children's hands. And I would be remiss if I didn't thank some of our community partners, which maybe we can do a little like tagline at the bottom or at the end to tell you how many community partners really stepped up to make this initiative be such a worthwhile cause. You know, before COVID, we had patients came in, they had to wait in the waiting room, they had to wait in the exam room, and you know, with the grandparents bringing their kiddos in or their grandchildren, you know, what was the best way that we could keep them busy? So the literacy program really helped launch that.
I can tell you, I was so excited to be at our East State Pediatrics office one day. There was a mom and a child there, and I was actually filling the book nook. But the little boy, I could see him, like he was eager to like, can I go? Can I go? And when I told mom, yeah, they're free, please take a book. They were both so excited and could not stop thanking us. So like you said, we cannot thank our partners enough because without them, it would not be possible. But it is a really incredible program. I can say that about all of our programs. I'm a tad bit biased, but I am just so impressed by the work that's done beyond our four walls.
I couldn't agree more. So those are our three main programs. And we also will launch a capital campaign as needed based upon the need that the organization has. So in the past, the Georgetown office, that was a part of a capital campaign for waiting room furniture. Most recently, the Williamsburg School-Based Health Center was a capital campaign that we launched to raise those funds. And it really goes back to our community partnership and our individual donors and our employees, everybody really stepping up and stepping on board with bettering our communities. And that's really what it comes down to.
Awesome. Well, we will be back in just a few seconds with some more questions, but thank you so far, Chelsea.
Thank you.
HealthSource of Ohio's Outreach and Enrollment Team offers free assistance to all community members with Medicaid, SNAP, and Marketplace applications. With the current Marketplace special enrollment period and the new American Rescue Plan advantages, call us for assistance in reviewing your current plan and to see if you qualify for increased tax credits that lowers your monthly premium. Call the Outreach and Enrollment Team at 513-707-9901 today to schedule your appointment.
Welcome back. We're here with Chelsea Hornsby, HSO's Senior Development Officer, discussing the HealthSource Foundation and how HSO works to be more than medicine. Chelsea, based on the programs you've described, I'm very interested in supporting the Foundation's efforts. What are some of the ways that I could get involved?
Jen, I'm so glad that you too love the initiatives that the foundation offers. I know many of our employees do and our community partners as well. So the ways that you can get involved in supporting the foundation is one, maybe making a gift. So make a gift until your heart is content. And that could be done a multitude of ways. We try to think outside of the box and be creative. So whether that's Venmo, PayPal, simply calling with a credit card, mailing in a check, we accept all contributions to the foundation, and you can even designate where you'd like your gift to go. So if you basically just say, you know what, based upon the programs you just talked about, the hunger program really spoke to my heart, or literacy. I want to contribute to that program. Just designate that you're welcome to. If you say, you know what, here's my $20 and do whatever you want with it, we will contribute that to whatever the greatest need is at the time, and we'll make that happen. So there's quite a few different ways. You can visit our website, HealthSourceOfOhio.org, for more information as well, and just click on Foundation and or give.
All right, awesome. We will link all of those in the show notes. So yes, please, if you are interested in supporting one of our amazing programs, that's where we should look. So if you want to do something beyond giving, what are some ways I can personally get involved? Are there volunteer opportunities with the HealthSource Foundation?
Yes. So our volunteer program started a couple of years ago, and our volunteer program, especially with our robust program, we really felt the need that we needed more hands on deck to really help get our programs out there, and to get the books out there, to get our kitchen kits packed. That all takes a lot of man hours. So we do have a volunteer program, and I encourage you to go to our website as well. Click on the foundation information, and the volunteer information will be listed right there. So a lot of kiddos need community service hours, and if someone's retired and they're looking to do something else that they feel is giving back to the community, we welcome anyone to help out, or businesses if they want to help in the community as well. I know we've been so fortunate to partner with quite a few organizations where they come in and spend a few hours of their day giving back to the community, and we are so thankful that HealthSource has been chosen to be a part of that.
Awesome. What an impactful way to give up your time. Like, that's really incredible.
And I know in my situation, sometimes my daughter's voluntold, right? So if you have those situations where you want to help, you want to teach your kiddos ways to give back by giving servantly, and also of their time, talent, or treasures, it definitely builds a culture of philanthropy and a culture of teaching young kiddos how to give back. So the voluntold is always a fine option. We accept that.
Absolutely. Becoming a servant leadership takes some nudging sometimes. So I think that's really awesome.
Yes.
So I think one of the ways that you can volunteer is through our special events. So if I wanted to get involved, but I might not be able I want to get involved, but I'm not able to commit on a monthly basis, are there some kind of one-time situations that I might be able to support the foundation?
I'm so glad you asked. Well, with 2021 here and our everything on the upswing, HealthSource of Ohio, we are going to be launching our Hustle for HealthSource 5K. It's going to be virtual again this year. If you've been a cheerleader of HealthSource for a while, you may have noticed that we used to have a colored 5K. We were in person, and it was so much fun. We did have to pivot last year for that event to be a virtual, and we're going to be virtual again this year. However, we will be having an in-person event. It's called a More Than Medicine Celebration, and it's August 6th. And do you want me to get into all those details now or to wait?
Let's take a quick break and we'll jump into all those details. I can't wait to hear about it.
Sounds great.
Thank you.
My name is Amado Martinez, and I am the Director of Human Resources at HealthSource of Ohio. HealthSource of Ohio wants to be your employer of choice. We have openings for staff and clinicians through our 8-county service area. Find out why so many of our employees love working for HealthSource. You can text the word HealthSource to 97211. Visit our website at healthsourceofohio.org for a complete list of job openings and to apply.
Welcome back. We've been discussing the HealthSource Foundation with HealthSource of Ohio Senior Development Officer, Chelsea Hornsby. Chelsea, while we are adjusting to this new normal brought on by the pandemic, I'm really excited to see that there are events on the horizon. Can you tell me a little bit more about the details around the HealthSource Hustle for HealthSource virtual 5K?
Yes, I know it is a mouthful, and I still keep calling it the Color 5K. So I'm with you on that, Jen. So the Hustle for HealthSource 5K is going to be an absolute blast. So again, we did have to pivot. Last year, we did the social distance 5K, and the reason why we feel the 5K is so important to the organization is that we want to really encourage wellness, and we want to encourage families and individuals to step outside, especially on a beautiful day. I know that in the state of Ohio, the weather could be different moment by moment, but we want to encourage folks to step outside and grab their family members, grab their partner, and go for a walk or a run or a sprint or whatever, walk the dogs, whatever it is. So the Hustle for HealthSource 5K will begin on May 1st, and May is known as National Walking Month. So we want to take the entire month to allow participants to complete their 5K. I know oftentimes people will say, what if I can't do a 5K all at one time? It doesn't matter. Walk 20 seconds a day if you need to, whatever you need to do. And registration is $30, but I'm going to let you in a little secret. If you would like a $5 coupon code, you can use HSOCares. So HSO stands for HealthSource, HSOCares, and that will give you $5 off of your registration. Your registration includes a incredible swag bag filled full of goodies and a t-shirt that is specialized for the Hustle for HealthSource and a customized medal. And again, I would be remiss if I did not thank our amazing community partners for stepping up and helping us put on this amazing event. And we're so excited to still hold this year.
Absolutely. I will tell you, last year, when everything kind of got put into question, I think you did an amazing job turning this into a virtual event. And while I probably will always prefer an in-person 5K because, you just get all the adrenaline running and I'm not going to let them see me walk. That's always helpful. But I will tell you, being able to pick a nice day and not have to worry about the weather, being able to break it down if you want to encourage some of your new family members to walk with you, new to the 5K world. It's been really, really cool to see everything come together. So you've done a really nice job, and I'm really excited for this year's event.
Thank you. And the other thing that really, with it being a month long, you can pick the date. Sometimes if it's a one day type event, somebody can't make it on that day, they miss out on that opportunity. And really, there's no excuse for you to participate. So help us raise money for our amazing programs and for all this is to come for the HealthSource Foundation.
Absolutely. I will tell you a little personal trick that I like to use. I try to, you try to recruit your friends and family for a 5K. They don't have the excuse of bailing on you now. And if they can't do the date that the entire family decides to do, you're just going to get a couple extra workouts in. So it works out. You can get them all to participate in a 5K.
That's a good idea. Or those new family members you just talked about. Like, that's a little deal.
I will push a baby in a stroller. I will.
Oh,
I love
me
it.
too. I'll hold the baby and I'll walk the 5K.
Chelsea, I cannot tell you how excited I am for an in-person event. Can you tell us more about our upcoming More Than Medicine celebration?
Jen, that makes two of us. Oh my gosh, I am so stinging excited for our More Than Medicine celebration. And it is scheduled to be held in person on Friday, August 6th at the Little Miami Brewery Event Center located in Old Milford. You may have heard of Little Miami Brewery, but they are opening an event center and we will be the first ones to hold an event there. And oh my gosh, so exciting. We are going to have food trucks and we're going to have an amazing time. But most importantly, the camaraderie that we are all going to share and take part in as we celebrate HealthSource 45th anniversary and sharing our how to build a strong community. So chemistry for a strong community is kind of the tagline for the event, which also rolls right into National Health Center Week, which we celebrate as a community health center. So, oh my gosh, more details to come. If you're ready to go ahead and sign up, I will tell you that I'm sure it's going to sell out very quickly. Tickets will be $100 and we will be just having an absolute blast. So tickets will be live very soon. Make sure you visit our HealthSourceOfOhio.org website for more information, our Facebook event that'll be created as well, and that's going to be a blast.
Awesome. I am so looking forward to this. And what a better way to raise money for impactful programs than to spend a fun night with friends, checking out a new venue. I personally love me some food trucks and just that camaraderie you talked about. We have great partners and great supporters. So it's just really nice for us all to come together for a great cause. So
the Little Miami Brewery Event Center is absolutely beautiful, and they have a huge outdoor area. It's a 30 by 90 patio that overlooks the Little Miami River. There's 3 big, huge barn doors that will hopefully be open, knock on wood. Hopefully we're going to have some amazing weather and a nice, open, breezy area. And like I said, it's going to sell out. So make sure you secure your ticket ASAP.
Awesome. That is incredible. I'm so looking forward to this.
Me too.
I can't wait to attend. I'm sure our listeners cannot wait to attend. If I want to partner, if I'm a business that wants to partner with the foundation, or I'm interested in volunteering at this event, who should I contact?
You can contact me.
All right.
So Chelsea Hornsby at HealthSource is the best way to get a hold of me. You can call 707-4035, 513-707-4035, or shoot me an email, chsocahio.org, and then we can drop the links in below with my contact information. Again, I can't say it enough. Thanks to our community partners, our employees, and our individual donors that truly believe in our mission. And maybe you're someone new just learning about HealthSource. We're always looking for cheerleaders and advocates to help spread the great work that HealthSource is doing in the community.
That is really awesome. Thank you, Chelsea, for all that you do and for all the information today. I truly believe that the HealthSource Foundation is an incredibly worthy foundation. The work that you and all of HealthSource do to create healthier, happier communities is evident in every program, every event, every community partner, I think, that we connect with. So I thank you for joining us today, and I thank our listeners. But as we conclude this episode, I really want to give you an opportunity to share your last thoughts. So if you could choose 3 things that you wish folks knew about the HealthSource Foundation, what would those 3 things be?
Oh my gosh, this is over already. I've had so much fun being on this episode's podcast. 3 things that I wish the folks knew about HealthSource. We are here for every patient. It does not matter your income status. It doesn't matter where you live. We cover all 8 counties with 19 locations. I want patients to know they can get such high quality healthcare here. My family and I, we are all patients here at HealthSource, from dentistry to family medicine, OB-GYN, you name it. We are patients here in the pharmacy of HealthSource. I'm so proud to represent HealthSource in this manner. So if I want patients to have access to healthcare, and so many treatment plans can be caught early, and detection is key. I just can't speak enough on HealthSource really moving from an illness to a wellness program. And that's what we want people to go to the doctor is for their annual exams. I don't know if that was 1 or 5, but that might be 1. I want people to know that HealthSource is here to address our patients' needs, far beyond someone coming to the doctor's office. We are here to address them holistically. So again, whether that be prescription assistance, whether that be diabetes education, or cooking classes, nutrition classes, providing fresh vegetables, thanks to our community partners. We could not do this without them. And lastly, be a part of HealthSource, whatever that might look like. If you're looking for a new career opportunity, join HealthSource. If you're looking for somewhere to call home for your family for medical care, think of HealthSource. And if you want to have fun and volunteer or consider yourself a partner with HealthSource, we're always accepting new applications and looking to grow our base as well. So that might be a lot more than 3, but I'm very passionate about the organization and the great work that we all are doing in the community.
Chelsea, your passion is just evident. I know you and I both could sit here and talk about the foundation and social determinants and how HealthSource really does provide more than medicine for probably hours on end, days on end. So I look forward to and hope you'll join me for a future podcast where we can dive into some maybe community partners, maybe dive into some of our special events that are beyond our 5K, or we do host some painting parties and other fun social events. So hopefully we can have you back and talk about all the wonderful things that the foundation does in a more in-depth way.
Let's do it.
All right. Awesome.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you, Chelsea, for joining us. You've given us so much to look forward to, and I hope we can do this soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.